Hey everybody, Underground Geek here. So, if you know me at all, you know that I'm a huge Venom fan. When it comes to Marvel Comics, he's probably one of my most favorite characters in Marvel Comics right now. And if you didn't already know that, then you probably don't know that there have been many different versions of Venom in the comics. So I just want to do this little video. I had a request to do this video, and I want to let you know kind of a list I made of all the characters that have been Venom at one point in time in the comics, whether it be just for a short little while or actually had a comic book run. Well, the list starts with, of course, Spider-Man, him being one of the first people to wear the suit and being the whole reason that Venom really became Venom, because he might have had different characteristics if he hadn't been first bonded to Spider-Man and kind of mimicked his suit and his abilities. But the Venom symbiote actually comes from outer space, if you didn't know that, and they have their own planet. I think they call them the Klaatu or something like that, Qatar, and they're actually not a bad species of people. They actually cling to Guardians, and they're like almost like the Green Lanterns. They're space knights, and they fly around in the galaxy, kind of saving different people from threats. But when Venom symbiote have bonded to many bad people over time, he kind of got corrupted and was driven mad. And in some storylines, you'll see where he actually bonded to Deadpool first before he bonded to Spider-Man, and Deadpool drove him mad. But in other comic series, you'll see where he just bonded to so many murderous people over the years that it drove him crazy. And that's why when he bonded to Spider-Man and Spider-Man rejected him, he just had enough at that point. Well, anyway, you got Spider-Man first, and then after that, he's rejected, and he clings on to Eddie Brock, which becomes what we know as the classic Venom. This goes on for a while, and then he actually gets on to Anne Whaling, which was I think Eddie Brock's girlfriend or wife or something like that. You know, they had a She-Venom comic for a little while, and if you can get a copy of She-Venom right now with that one cover, it's going for a lot on eBay right now, so it's selling pretty good. With that new movie coming out and them having her in that movie with him, the comic have just shot up. Then we've got Wolverine. He was actually Venom for a little while, but it rejected him because of his healing factor. Angelo Fortunato, I think that was actually a clone of Venom, wasn't the true Venom whenever he had it. Matt Gargan had it for just a little amount of time. Then you had Kulan Gath in Spider-Man Red Sonja. In the Ultimate Universe, you had Eddie Brock Jr. And that was kind of a cool version of Venom. He was this big hulking creature that was a little bit more dim-witted, but it looked cooler. Of course, you had, in a different Spider-Verse, you had Spider-Venom, which was Peter Parker, which was a little bit different. That was a different version. You had Harry Osborn from a different Earth, and he was actually called Normie Osborn, and it was like a goblin Venom. It had a goblin features in its face, very distinct difference than the other Venoms face-wise. So look that one up. On Earth X, which is one of my favorite series, you had May Parker being Venom. Looked kind of like Carnage a little bit, but it was a very cool design, almost like veins going through its body. Look that up, Earth X, May Parker. Zombie Universe, you had Zombie Venom, of course. In the 2099 series, you had Kron Stone, which was Venom. That's probably one of my least favorite Venom suits. Everything from Spider-Man 2099 looks like a cheap ripoff of the regular Spider-Man, except for the suit. I kind of like the regular Spider-Man suit. And then you had the Submariner in 2099. He was Venom for a little while, which is kind of interesting. In the What If universe, you had Punisher was Venom. Then you had Hulk Venom and Thor Venom for a little while. And that kind of leads me into something I'm going to talk about at the end, which is Venomverse, which has just started coming about. But moving on, there was a different Peter Parker Venom in the What If series. It was called Poison. And then you had a guy named Pike that was in Backlash Spider-Man #2, Pike Venom. Katie Power, which was in Spider-Man and Power Pack #3. In the Spider-Ham universe, you had Spider-Ham Venom, and that was kind of cool. Human Torch was Venom, which seems kind of odd considering he hates fire, but he's also on Ghost Rider right now in the Venomverse, so I guess that's okay. In one of Mysterio's illusions, there was a Galactus Venom. I think I remember that cover, and that seems a little bit OP to me. I don't know if it would really weaken Galactus to be attached to Venom, or if it would just insanely increase Venom's abilities. Then Mr. Fantastic got Venom for a little while. She-Hulk had Venom. Invisible Woman had Venom. And their kid, Franklin Richards, was Venom in Spider-Man Fantastic Four #2. And then you had on Spider Island, you had a Venom pigeon, because everybody has to be Venom, a Venom pigeon. Now, as the series goes on, they had Flash Thompson being Venom and Agent Venom, which was probably my favorite series of any Venom series ever. They should have just kept Flash Thompson as Venom. I don't know why they went back to Eddie Brock, but Flash Thompson was Venom to me. That was a great series. You went into Venom Space Knight, and then he came back to Earth, and then you ruined it. You ruined it. You ruins it. And then for a little while you had what's his name that had it for like 3 issues. He was a homeless Marine veteran before Eddie Brock got it, so I'm not even going to mention him. He's not even worth mentioning because you kept him for like 3 issues. But you had Flash Thompson, and you had Guardians. All the Guardians of the Galaxy wore Venom for like 2 or 3 minutes in one episode, which was really cool. You need to check that out. I forget which issue of Space Knight that was, but it's awesome. Well, when he came back to Earth, there was a lot of stuff going on. He was fighting on Thunderbolt's team, and he actually died. Flash Thompson, Venom did, and Blackheart let him sell his soul to him, and he was able to go back. Well, it cursed him whenever he come back, and the curse had split itself off with a separate symbiote into a little girl named Mania. So there for a while you had 2 Venoms, one on Earth and one in space. But really it was like a break off of the Venom. It was like Venom had split its consciousness in 2, the evil and the good. So eventually he'd go back to Earth and had to get Mania back into himself. Then they had an interesting deal whenever Red Hulk was Venom, because he had to do that in order to beat Blackheart. So he took in the Ghost Rider and Venom at the same time. So it was Red Hulk, Ghost Rider, Venom, all in the same go. And he was riding like a giant tricycle that was on fire, but he was Venom at the same time and the Red Hulk, and it was amazing. It was awesome. Check that out. That's in the Venom series as well. I think it's like something for it's in that series. But anyway, so you've had many different characters that have played Venom, and the reason I wanted to do this video was because they've got a new series that's come out called Venomverse, and I have a feeling they're going to screw it up very badly, but it has a chance to be really cool. Venom is like recruited into a different universe where everybody is Venom, and he's like there's a Venom Captain America that's recruiting everybody together for a team to beat this alien race that has come to like pretty much kill all of the Venoms and turn them into some kind of cyborgs. So you've got certain good guys that are bad guys. It's almost like the Borg coming in and like assimilating everybody. So you got the Venoms that are trying to stop them. They've recruited a bunch of different ones. So you got the Ghost Rider Venom, you got the Captain America Venom, you got regular Venom, all these different ones. So it's going to be a really cool series. I think I like to get all the different Venom covers. I think I got almost all of the last Venom variants that they did, that March Madness, and then I'm trying to get all of the Edge of Venomverse and Venomverse copies that I can. I know I can't get all of them, and I'm trying to be kind of choosy, because if it's an SJW comic, I actually don't even want to buy that variant if it's an SJW character, because I know it's going to promote that comic book, because Marvel kind of banks on you buying their variants. They don't even really care what's in the comic book. They just said, hey, let's put out 8 different variants, and we'll sell 4 or 5 of those really good, and we'll count those as regular numbers. So if it's like Miles Morales Spider-Man with a Venom variant, I might not even buy it. But all right, guys, just tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me if I did a good job, bad job. I tried to include everybody that I could. If you have any questions, let me know. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe, and thanks for listening. I'm out.